there's basically the centrality of leadership is God. That's where it starts, which means we cannot divorce the church from leadership, be it at family level, national, or at any other level. How could the church not be the leaders in leading nations? Why? How did we get it wrong? Because even now, most of the church people call church, they don't know what you're saying. They don't even make the connection. So where did we go? Where did we get it all wrong? And how do we get it back on track as a church now? We're trying to get the church back into taking its role so they can get it right.
Let me ask a very simple question. If you are a leader, you are a father, you have a house that you have built, will you give it over, hand it over to either children or, cohorts of your enemy to run? Certainly not. If I also ask the same question as follow-up question, what happened when God, who had planted the garden east of Eden and put man in it, saw that man had fallen? What did he do? Because I'll ask you that follow-up question. Which type of man did God put in the Garden of Eden? Loyal man or fallen man? I'm sure you know it was loyal man. Now, loyal man. Do you think now, after driving out the fallen man, the one that disobeyed, God has changed his mind? That now he wants those who are not submitted to him to be in charge of his world. Because otherwise, as somebody who believes in the Lord, according to Psalm 24, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he founded upon the seas and established upon the waters. And then you ask the question, who shall ascend to the hill of the Lord? Who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, shall obtain favor from the Lord and blessing from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of those that seek you, that seek your face, O God of Jacob. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up the everlasting doors. The King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up the everlasting doors. The King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the universe, if I may add. He is the King of glory. What are we saying in essence? That every facet of life on earth is governed by him because he is the maker. He knows what to do concerning it. Who should be a model citizen better than a child of God? Preferably a son of God. Because the heir, as long as he remaineth a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. And that's what seemingly is a challenge currently. Secondly, if you're talking in terms of, the politician being one that is supposed to be out for the welfare of the general group, if you're not out for the welfare of the general group, so what's the purpose? Why are you even preaching in the first place? You say you have come that they might have life and have it more abundantly, just like Jesus said. And that's the reason why you're preaching. How come you're not doing that? And you expect that people will not say you're irrelevant? Thirdly, if it came to the aspect that has to do with, you're being one that is out to raise the standard of living of the people, then of course, if you came that they might have life and have it more abundantly, then it means you're supposed to be enhancing life, improving the quality of life, which is supposed to be the purpose. And then if it came to the aspect of raising the moral standards of the society, come on. Righteousness exalts a nation. Sin is a reproach to any people, according to Proverbs 14 verse 34. So if we're going from that perspective, let's ask ourselves that who should be a better discipler? I'm introducing something now. One that is actually supposed to be schooling nations other than the ecclesia of God. Because the South African nation is being schooled by the laws that were made by the National Assembly. And then there are interpreters of the law that happen to be called the judiciary. And then there are those who execute the laws and enforce the laws. They are called the executive arm of government. And if you look at it from that perspective, Isaiah chapter 33 verse 22 says, for the Lord is our lawgiver. So the Lord himself is the legislature. And then number two, the Lord is our judiciary, because he's our judge. Then number 3, the Lord is our king, and he shall save us. The king aspect is the executive arm of government. So if you are representing the Lord, who better to train every facet of society? That's why the mandate given to the ecclesia was not just healing, deliverance, and all those things. Those who follow us, these signs shall follow them that believe. But the main thing, Jesus said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given unto me. Go ye therefore and make disciples of all nations. And nations are supposed to be disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ. So it is time for us to get to that place where we understand these basic things. I hope I'm clear on that.